Hello ladies and gentlemen, thewierdguy here, and today we're going to take a look at some fights in Soul Raids with Raven, because as we know, she's most likely the strongest character in the game, mainly because of this passive that's going to increase the damage for herself and more importantly for all her teammates. We're going to use Raven here, obviously, just a 4-star, so the passives are 2 levels away from being max, so this is by far not max potential. And we're going to use King with Sword of Salvation. King, as usual, is going to do his stacks, stack up his power, and the Sword of Salvation is going to stack up with all the Raven stuff, all his passive stuff. Like, yeah, without Raven, the Sword of Salvation wouldn't have done that much, but with Raven, at level 3, at the very least, at level 3, at level 10, this still destroys stuff in the Chaos Soul Raid, but yeah, this level 3 one will still give you a huge damage boost, and the thing is, I'm not sure if this is intended, but this is how it happens right now. The special tree of King is going to deal 10% damage of the boss's current health. Guess what? That gets increased by Sword of Salvation, and that gets increased by Raven's passive. So you're going to have special trees almost one-shotting the enemy through that 10% health damage, and you're gonna be like, oh, how is it? It's a 10%, but nah, it goes all the way to like 80% or something. And keep in mind, that's not a max Raven or a max Sword of Salvation. But yeah, out of the way, let's get into the fight. Okay, so we're starting this one off with Raven and King versus Dr. Fate, actually. And this is the first time I tested Raven with King. So keep in mind, the gameplay that you'll see over here can definitely use some improvement. So we're opening up with a King Special 2. Raven in, we're going to do a Raven Special 1 as well. Like, over here I was still using Gold Blades on King, the Sword of Salvation is on Raven, but I'll quickly switch to that in the following fights. Raven back in. Refreshing the special 1, and yeah, I think I noticed, like, unlike other abilities, for example, burning effects for Manta and Multiverse Armor Supergirl, the debuff gets applied after the animation of the ability is finished, not at the start of it, so you need to be mindful of that when it comes to keeping your stacks up, because you need to refresh that, especially if you got a 3 or 4-star Raven, because I think, I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that one, but I'm pretty damn sure that the higher the level of the passive, also the higher the duration of the stack, so you don't need to refresh that often. Okay, another stack in there. King back in. We're going to try our first special tree. Holy boy, oh boy, what was that? What was that? That's supposed to deal some 10% damage of his health, and we're not even at 5 stacks. Keep that one in mind. Okay, we refresh that. King back in, going to go for another special tree. Okay, that's some damage. He's dealing millions of damage through basic attacks already. Okay, another thing that you need to keep in mind, again, I just got Raven, I'm still experimenting with her, is the fact that you don't have a very long range on the special one, so be mindful of that. And we're going to go for a super on fear, just 12 million. Down goes Dr. Fate, and keep in mind we're not using the Sword of Salvation here, which is, I think, going to do better than all blades, even at level 3, if you do have Raven, because it all stacks, it all works together. I just got something off the table, it fell. But yeah, we're fighting Enchantress here, and I thought at first, this might be tricky, because we are only allowed to use our special trees, but do not worry, that's gonna be enough, because Raven's special tree also applies the debuff. That's gonna be just fine. And also now I have the Sword of Damnation on Raven, or however it's called, the one that's going to put some burning on the enemy, and at the same time apply power drain to them gradually. And of course the Sword of Salvation on King. And yeah, honestly, the Sword of Damnation, if that's the name, okay? The Sword of Damnation does a pretty damn decent power drain even from level 1. So I really enjoy that, because previously some artifacts in the previous Soul Raids would be useful only at level 9 or 10 if they had some effect like that, but nah, this works from level 1. Okay, we got 4 stacks. Keep in mind, we didn't get to stack anything with King yet. We are at 0 stacks with King in terms of damage. So the first special tree that we will do will be just a raw special tree damage without King's attack being boosted in any way, shape or form. Okay, let's go. Oh boy, 34 million on that one. That's supposed to be 10% of Enchantress's health, plus whatever more he gets from Raven and from his Sword of Salvation. Okay, over there, I don't know why I messed that one up, but it's not gonna matter at all. I think I could have finished that one off with a super move from King, but yeah, refreshing the stacks anyway here. And another special tree in there. There we go, she's down. Bro, this is so powerful. This is so damn powerful. I mean, she didn't have that much health to be fair, but look, the more health they have, the more damage your special tree is gonna deal anyway, so that's actually better. Okay, here with Black Adam is gonna be a little bit of a tricky fight. I mean, not really, because again, we have that setup that's going to basically constantly power drain him. On the other account where I'm fighting him, it's a rough one because he deals tons of damage, but over here we are not going to be very concerned about that one. Oh, though, actually we can't power drain him through the burn, but we can power steal him with the King Sword of Salvation. And I'm just making sure that I tag... okay, that didn't work for some reason. I tried to Ghost Step there, but the Ghost Step seems a little bit weird on this new soul raid. But yeah, I'm just trying to do my best to make sure I tag in Raven from a swipe right, so that I make sure that she gets in there safely. Also trying to get to 5 stacks before we do anything in terms of special tree. Because I just wanted to see how much that is at, let's say, 5 stacks of the darkness before special tree. Okay, we got Black Adam in there. At 5 stacks, and there we go, special tree. Oh, that's nasty. That's more than half his health from a special tree. Like, somebody in the chat was like, nah, Raven is not the way to go here. Like, this guy's got defense, you need a classic Superman in there with King, you can't really use Raven here now. Yeah, tell me more, my dude. Holy shit. Look at this. Oh boy. And we're going to finish it off with a super move, just 6.5 million. And keep in mind, we got very low level artifacts. Like, those artifacts that they have, even though they're chaos artifacts, are very low level. This can do maybe 50 times more damage if there's ever that much health in a boss. And over here we're just... we had the Shazam to clear up and he had a few millions, so I put Raven with Dr. Fate and tried to only use Raven, but put King in there just as a backup in case, like, if it's gonna be a close one, we can finish the job with King towards the end of the fight if we do need to. And to be honest, again, Raven is a very powerful character, I'm very happy I have her, but she's a little bit weird in terms of her basic attacks and her specials, and sometimes on tagging she can get interrupted by basic attacks, which shouldn't ever happen. Which is a little bit weird, not gonna lie. It's having kind of the same problems that Martian Manhunter had on release, because they are both characters that were imported, let's say, or copy-pasted from Injustice Gods Among Us. And again, nothing wrong with that. The more characters we got, the better, but they really do a good job at that. Here, refreshing the darkness here. Dr. Fate back in for some combo. Also, it's very junky to combo interrupt with her. You can't really combo interrupt Shazam, but just saying, it's very weird to combo interrupt with her because her basic attacks are just weird. Okay, another special tree in there. Maybe you should use the special too, because that's got a guaranteed crit. But again, look, what you're seeing here, you might see very low amounts of damage, and you might be like, ah, Raven sucks as damage there by herself. No, my dude. Like, this is a level 20 Gears Raven with level 1 abilities. All the abilities on Raven that you're seeing right now, dealing hundreds of thousands of damage, are going to be level 1 abilities. And again, we don't have anything on the gears. I just got them to level 20, didn't even bother to use some reforges on them. So her damage by herself is going to be huge anyway. Still don't think it's going to be higher than the King special tree with her darkness on the enemy, but we can only wait and see. And yeah, it's going... Oh, he's dead already, but yeah, this was it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Dislike it if you dislike, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!